Hey everyone, thank you for watching. Today's video is going to be a haul, follow-up, and review video. So I recently did a collective haul and I had my first Beautylish order in there. So I have a couple items to review from that haul. And then most recently I did a big Sephora and Ulta haul. So I've been trying everything out so I can come back and give my review. So if you are interested to hear my thoughts on some of these products, why don't we go ahead and get started. Alrighty, so first up I want to go over the items that I placed with Beautylish since that was longer ago. So I'll have that video linked down below in case you're interested. But it was my first Beautylish order. I was so excited to order from Beautylish. I've heard great things about Beautylish. I had a great experience. It shipped right away. Everything was like bubble wrapped and packed really well. Highly impressed with Beautylish. We'll definitely order from them again. But I picked up this item here from Jouer. This is the first product that I've purchased from Jouer Cosmetics and I was excited for that. This is the blush book, or the blush duo, excuse me, the Coquette blush duo. So I love the packaging on it, and then you have two big blushes in here. You have a nice mirror, and this I am so impressed with. And blush is one of those things, like, I don't get super worked up over blushes necessarily, but I keep reaching for this guy over and over and over again, and I think both blushes are really beautiful. I really love to mix the blushes. Great packaging on it. Love the mirror. It is $30, so she's a pricey little guy, but I'm very impressed with this. I'm very glad that I purchased it, so woohoo! Then I also purchased some items from Charlotte Tilbury. There had been a couple things that I was eyeing from the brand. Charlotte Tilbury is more expensive, but I was like, you know what? I'm doing it. So I purchased her Airbrush Flawless Finish Skin Perfecting Micro Powder. I got mine in the shade 2, which is medium. It is fairly light though. I mean, I'm gonna say it is fairly light. I do have my lights on because it is really, really dark outside right now. Real dark outside, and it's 2 o'clock. But this one I got in medium. So you have the compact here, you do have a mirror, and then you have a powder. I see everybody raving about this powder. Everybody loves it, and people use it to set their whole face. They use it to set their under eyes, and I'm like, I need to have this powder. I've recently gotten back into setting my foundation with a setting powder. I stopped doing that for the longest time, and all of a sudden, within like the past 2 months, it's like a step that I very rarely miss. This is a $45 powder, so very, very pricey. And honestly, I like it, but I don't love it. And I don't think that I would repurchase it unless there was like a crazy sale going on or something, because it didn't blow my socks off like I expected it to with how much people rave and like just totally talk up this product. I still think it's nice. I still think it makes the skin look nice. But honestly, this to me is like super comparable to my CoverGirl, their new Healthy Vitalist powder that came out, I think is what it's called. I've given that one rave reviews, and truly, like, I don't know if I can quite see a difference between the two. I mean, it makes my skin look very nice. It's really smooth. It's not too cakey at all. But again, so does the CoverGirl. And I've actually been finding myself reaching for the CoverGirl more and not reaching for this one as much. Like, I'll still use it. I don't think it's a bad powder. But for $45, I think I was just expecting to just be like, have you guys seen this powder on my face? And I'm just like, not. So, meh. This one I was kind of like, meh, so on. But then the next one is not good. is not good. I kind of made reference to this if you watch my lip pick series. I talked about this one in my May lip picks video, because one day I tried to wear this lipstick from Charlotte Tilbury. It's one of the, is it called like the Hot Lips or something like that? I think I double checked. Yes, it is the Hot Lips lipstick, and this is in the shade Kim KW. I've heard a lot of people say really good things about these lipsticks, say really good things about Kim KW just being like a great nude and a perfect nude, and I was like, yes, I'm gonna get you, and it's gonna be fabulous. So it's definitely more of like a pinky nude. Sorry, I know my lights are really bright, but I just want you to be able to see me today. So it's more of like a really, really light pink, and it has a sheen to it. But when I put this on my lips, it doesn't stick to my lips. Like, I don't know how to describe it. And I know a couple of you guys also said in my lip picks video when I mentioned this, you said the same thing happened with this particular shade. You said you had other colors in the Hot Lips and they didn't do it as much. So I don't know what it is about this one, but when I put it on, especially like right in the center of my lips, literally it doesn't matter how many times I swipe the lipstick over it, it is not staying on my lips. So the first time that I went to wear it, I was like, I can't even, like, no, I look terrible. So I tried to put a gloss over it to just kind of like save it, but unfortunately I can't wear this, and it was a $34 lipstick. Okay, $34, and I don't like it, so that sucks. I don't know what Beautylish's return policy is, but like I was so excited when I got everything. I just threw it, like I threw the box away, I threw the receipt away. I was just like, I love makeup, this is gonna be great. I'm like, great, you did that. So that's a bummer. So you'll probably see this on my Poshmark someday, since it is a regular lipstick and I can sanitize it, but this, unfortunately, that hurt. Switching over to my latest Ulta and Sephora haul. So one thing that I picked up from Ulta, this is from Batiste. It is the dry shampoo, the Clean and Classic Original. They were having a sale one day. They were having like their gorgeous hair event, and this was like $4 for the full size, and I was like, I'm just gonna go ahead and get it. Honestly, I've only used it twice, so I can't really say a whole lot yet. I mean, I don't know, I feel like 2 times is fine enough for a dry shampoo. I just used it the other day as well. It really is, it says instant hair refresh. I feel like that's really true. Like it just kind of gave me an instant like boom to my hair. Like I quite liked it, and I feel like it did suck up the oils right away. A lot of people say with this one they notice like a white cast with it, and I didn't. I do have lighter hair. I mean, girl, when's the last time you got your hair done? I do have lighter hair, but I didn't notice anything like that, and I like this one. I felt like I liked the scent. I liked the way that my hair still felt afterwards. It didn't feel like too icky or anything, so I like this. I'll definitely keep using it, and for $4 to have a big old thing of dry shampoo, I'm not mad. Okay, and then moving on, I picked up the Morphe Continuous Setting Mist. So everybody raves about this. They say it's so great. It has like a, well, it's the Continuous Setting Mist, so it has a continuous spray, so you can just spray it. Don't want it to go to waste. That would be silly. So I was excited to get this. It finally came into Ulta. It had only been available on the Morphe site for the longest time. It is $15, so it's not the most most expensive setting spray or anything like that. It's also not the cheapest, but it is really good. I do like that continuous mist on it. I don't know what it is about like not having to like my face that I like so much, but I really do like that, and I do feel like it's keeping my makeup in place. This one is L'Oreal, the True Match Lumi foundation. I love this foundation. This was a repurchase for me. I continue to love this foundation. I mentioned it in my top favorite summer foundations. Quite enjoy it. The shade I got, I felt like matched me really well. I got N4, which is buff beige, so yes, very impressed with this one. Still enjoy it. It's like $12, and it's my favorite drugstore foundation. And then I also picked up this little mini guide. This is from Laura Geller. It is the Gilded Honey highlighter. Isn't she so cute? I'll go ahead and do a swatch here too. I got this for $12. I mentioned just getting a mini would be totally fine for me. You can see it with the lights. It's so beautiful. I mentioned a mini would be fine for me because I've never gone through a highlight or hit pan on a highlight. So I got the mini for $12, and this is really beautiful. It's a really nice gold, but not too gold, of a highlight. I was just wearing it again the other day, and I think I'm going to get so many uses out of it. I'm going to be so excited if I hit pan on this. I feel like I could see it actually happening. But I've really been enjoying this one. I think it's a really smooth highlight. I didn't think it showed too much texture. It doesn't have glitter in it. It's just a nice gold highlight for the cheeks, and I think especially in the warmer weather where I'm a little bit more tan, I think I'm really going to get on with this one. So very happy with this. So next up, I have been so impressed with this next product. This is from Ulta Beauty, from their line. It is the Full Coverage Liquid Concealer. It says it's waterproof. This guy is $9, and it is so good. So good. I'm so impressed. It's very full coverage. It covers everything, but it blends right out. It's not too thick. I usually like to do it, since it is more full coverage, I kind of apply the concealer on my under eye here, and then I blend it out and set it, and then I come in and do the other eye. It dries a little quicker, so that's why I like to do it, but it's nothing like instantaneous, like I'm applying it while trying to blend it in type of thing. But I've been really impressed with this. I haven't got a lot of creasing with it. It's holding up really well. I think this is going to be a really good concealer, especially for the summertime. I've been having no problems with the longevity of it. Super impressed, very excited about this one. I got the shade Light Neutral, in case you're curious. Again, $9 for a concealer. This is a good one. Pretty excited about that. Alright, so I also picked up from Urban Decay their new all-nighter waterproof setting powder. This guy is $34. So again, you have the compact here with the mirror and then the powder inside. It is a translucent powder. It's supposed to be able to set your makeup, make any foundation waterproof, and it's also supposed to be mattifying. And so when I thought of that for summer, I was like, well, that sounds perfect for the warm months here. Sounds great. Again, I have been so impressed with this. I actually mentioned it in my summer essentials video, and I even was like, you know what, I've only used it a couple times, but that's just how impressed I am with it. I wanted to mention it already, but of course I'll be reviewing it. So here's my review, and I'm still just as impressed with this. This is one, when I put it on, I see those instant results. I pat it onto my face and boom, like I am matte. I feel like it makes my pores smaller even. The first time I was applying it, I was doing it for an Instagram tutorial, and so I could see my face on the camera. I literally applied it and went, and like started looking at my skin really, ooh, close up. I just filmed before this for the Colourpop video that probably went up the day before, so I'm like, how is my foundation holding up? Actually, it's been about 3 hours since I filmed that Colourpop video, so here's a little check-in if you want to see what I'm looking like. Everything seems to be holding up pretty well. Foundation still looks good. Concealer still looks okay. Eyeshadow looking good. Highlight still looking good. So if you haven't seen that video, I'll leave it linked down below. But it really was one that I saw instant results with. I like the mattifying effect to it, and I've been finding myself putting this one in my clutch a lot, along with the Maybelline that just always stays in there, because when there's nights that we go out, and since especially it's so warm, I'm getting kind of dewier at the end of the night. Boom, this is just gonna make you look not so shiny once again, and I'm really impressed with this. I don't know yet what I feel about like the waterproof, like how waterproof it's making my foundations, because I don't know if I've ever like run into that problem, but I feel like it's really working. I feel like it's doing something. I really like this. I mean, if I were to recommend this or the Charlotte Tilbury, they're two different powders, like, and like they do two different things, but honestly it would be the Urban Decay, and it's cheaper. Just a few items left to go. So I also purchased one of the Anastasia Beverly Hills blush trios, and this one is in Pool Party. They went on sale from like $30 to $21 or something like that, I think it was. So I decided to pick up Pool Party. Honestly, I like this, but if I were to say, should you get this or the Jouer Coquette blush book, or they have a couple different blush books, I think 3 of them, and I think Anastasia has like 5 or so of these different blush trios, I would recommend the Coquette. I feel like they, or the Jouer, I feel like they apply easier, and I feel like they last a really long time. I don't mind the Anastasia, and I feel like they've been working well for me, but I don't feel like it's a super long lasting blush, and I'm just more impressed with the Jouer. I've mostly been going for this more of like a nude blush, but I also really like this one. This one here in the middle is a little bit too of like a hot pink. The sparkles don't really, because there's shimmer in it, I don't really notice that a ton when I put it onto my cheeks, but it's still just too much of like a brighter pink. Or I can mix these two together, and that color I don't mind. I did that the first day I put this on. I was like, too much, so I put this on to tone it down, and it helped a little bit. So I like these two out of here. I'm glad that I got this on sale. You know, it's a nice compact and it's a nice mirror. I'm glad that I got it on sale, but I don't think it's going to be like my most reached for blush trio, if that makes sense. And then I also picked up a new palette from Huda Beauty. This is the Coral Obsessions palette. I love the Obsessions palette from Huda Beauty. This is now like my 4th one. So you have a mirror inside, and then you have 9 different shades. These are $27. I really enjoy these palettes. Once again, I enjoy this one so much. I've been having a really good time with this palette because I feel like there's so many different things I could do. I've done an all yellow look. I've done a look with this kind of like duochrome coral, like it kind of reminds me of the color of my shirt right now. I did a look with that I thought was so pretty. So you can do something really simple with the shades in here, and then I feel like you can also amp it up. So I've been having a great time playing with this palette. I feel like it's the same as all the other palettes, and I really like this one. So if you were thinking about getting this one, I would still say get it. If you guys want to see a comparison video with this in the Colourpop, yes please, let me know, because I know a few people have been asking me about that and how similar they are, and if you have the yes please, do you need this one? So if you guys would want to see a video on that, do let me know because I would be happy to make that, but I'm really happy with that one. I also picked up the Natasha Denona Blush and Glow Mini. So this is a duo. You have a blush inside and also a highlight, and they're just a smaller size, a smaller compact. You do still get a mirror. And I said when I was hauling it, I was like, these aren't as small as I thought that they were going to be. The way people were talking about it, I literally expected like this much product. I can get my brush in both of these fine. I really don't have any issues with the sizing on them. I will say that the blush doesn't do much for me. It doesn't totally blow me away. It shows up and it's a nice it's a nice wash of color onto my cheeks, but it's not, if you really like blush and you really like it to be very noticeable that you have a lot of blush on, this would not be it for you. But if you do just want like a wash of color onto the cheeks, I don't mind it, but it's not my favorite. I do like the highlight out of here though. I think that's a really nice highlight. Again, it's not like too overpowering, but it's not super subtle on me either. And I also have been putting this one in like my inner corner for the highlight a lot, and I think that looks nice. So I'm not totally blown away on this one. I didn't consider returning it though, because I think there will be those occasions that I want to reach for something that's not quite as blinding. And I don't mind paying the $19 for it, so I'm okay with this one. It just didn't hype me up. I feel like with Natasha Denona, I've tried her mini sunset palette and then I've tried this mini blush and glow now, and I'm glad that I've gotten both minis because I like both products, but they are not convincing me to spend full price on the full size products. You know, it's not convincing me to do that. So that's kind of what I think about it. So I'll probably just keep going the mini route with Natasha Denona and save some of my coin. Okay. The last one I have to talk about, I'm pretty excited to talk about this one too. This is from Milk Makeup. It's the Kush Mascara. So it was either a 100 point perk or the bonus offer. I think it was like the beauty offer where you entered the code. And so I got a mini guy to try out. I actually really like this mascara. I do have it on my lashes today, and I can tell I've been using it so much. I feel like I'm nearing the end of my tube, and I'm probably gonna purchase a full size of this. So that's how much it impressed me. So way to go, Milk Makeup. It makes the lashes really long. Really, like, there's a thickness to them that I can tell is there. It holds up really well. The only thing that I will say is that I can start to get the slightest bit of transfer on my under eyes, and I felt like I actually noticed that earlier when I was looking close up. Yeah, there's just the smallest bit, and so far it's only on this eye. It takes a little bit of time, and I feel like I need to be, like, if I was just sitting around, it's not really happening, but like I took Aries for a walk, so we were outside and all of that, and so I feel like when that happens, I can start to get the slightest bit of transfer. It's not too much, it's not too overwhelming, but it is something that I noticed, and that's like really the only downfall that I found with this mascara. So just something to keep in mind. But other than that, I really like the way it's making my lashes look. And you know, I wear false lashes a lot, but there's been so many days where I'm like, I'll skip them, and I'm like, I'm gonna put the Milk Makeup mascara on because I really like what it's doing for my lashes. So I am pretty impressed with this one. But after that, that is going to do it for my haul review video. Okay, so that is everything for today's video, reviewing some of the products that I got from Beautylish, Ulta, and also Sephora. I will have everything that I mentioned linked down below in case you're interested in anything. I'd love to know if you've tried any of these products. Have you had the same experience as me? Let us know in the comments down below. But other than that, if you guys did enjoy this video, I hope that you'll give it a thumbs up. I hope that you'll also consider subscribing before you go, and I'll catch you guys in tomorrow's video.